Time and tide waits for no one. We all are familiar with the concept of time. It keeps on flowing like the flow of water of a river. The flow of time is continuous and unending. It keeps on flowing and flowing. For our convenience, we divide time into three periods. They are the past, the present, and the future. The time that is in our hand is the present, whereas the time that is before now or before present is the past. It is the time that has already passed, but the time that is yet to come is called as the future time. Sometimes we find the correspondence between time and the verb. When verb is found to be associated with the time, we call the form of the verb as tense. Since a verb can have only two independent forms to express action of different time period, we have only two tenses in English language. They are present tense and past. For example, the verb do is used independently in the forms of do or does to express action or event or state of present time, whereas it is used independently in the form did to express an action, event, or state in the past. But there is no specific single worded independent form to express an action, event, state, or future time. Thus, we have only present tense and past tense in English language, but there is no future tense. To express actions, events, states, or future time, we take some helping verbs like shall, will have, shall have been, etc. in addition to the root verb or past form or past participle of the verb. Each tense has four forms. They are: first, simple form or indefinite form; secondly, imperfect form or continuous form or progressive form; third, perfect form; fourth, perfect continuous or perfect progressive form. We shall discuss the four forms of action or verb in all the tenses or time one by one. Firstly, we will discuss about the present tense. Under present tense, first we will discuss the simple present tense or present indefinite form. The structure is subject plus root verb or subject plus s, es or ies form of the verb. If the subject is third person singular number, then the verb takes s or es or ies form. In case of first person, we have I eat rice or we eat rice. In case of second person, we have you eat rice or you eat rice. For third person singular number, we have he eats rice, her eats rice, or the baby cries. In case plural, we have they eat rice, the children eat rice, the babies cry, etc. Simple present tense is used to express the general facts or scientific truths as follows: the sun rises in the east, the earth moves around the sun or the move revolves around the sun, oil floats in water, autumn comes after the rainy season, lions live in forests, water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, light travels faster than sound, the Ganga rises in the Himalayas and flows into the Bay of Bengal. We use simple present tense to describe an action that takes place again and again as a habit. And we use adverbs like every day, every morning, always, often, usually, sometimes, never, etc. In this case, for example, I go to Cuttack every day. Her usually comes with me. The peon often reaches the office before time. Sometimes the train arrives before time. My father never gets angry, etc. Simple present tense is used in unrestricted natural form. For example, this house belongs to me, etc. Simple present tense is used to express a permanent situation. For example, we live in a village. My uncle works in railways. Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal. I study at BJB College. Nita comes from Sikkim. Bay of Bengal is to the east of India, etc. Simple present tense is used to express present state. For example, I am hungry. Present simple is used in instantaneous cases where actions takes place at the same time. For example, while giving running commentary of a match. For example, Rohit bowls, Smith steps forward and hits at the ball, and ball goes to the boundary line. Present simple is used in demonstration. For example, add salt to water, stir and leave undisturbed for an hour. I cut the apple into slices, put the slices together and make it whole again. It is also used in case of declarations like I congratulate you on your success. The principal declares the sports events open. The president declares the meeting over. I propose Hari to be selected monitor of the class. I beg your pardon. I apologize for my mistakes, etc. Simple present tense is used in if clauses. For example, if we pour oil in water, it floats. If we cool water below 4 degrees Celsius, it expands up to 0 degree. If it rains, I won't go to office. The second form is the present progressive form. We use present progressive or present continuous or present imperfect form to express or describe an action or a situation which is going on now. That is, an action which is continuing at the time of speaking. The structure of present progressive is subject plus be verb plus ing form of the verb. That is, subject plus is, am or are plus ing form of the verb. For example, I am going, we are going, you are going, he is going, they are going. I am not going, we are not going, you are not going, you are not going, he is not going, they are not going. Am I going? Are we going? Are you going? Are you going? Is he going? Are they going? Etc. Present progressive form is used to express or describe an action of a brief duration of present time. Like Gita is entering into the temple, Mita is getting into the train, the chief guest is taking his seat, etc. Present progressive form is also used to indicate actions that started at some point of time before now, continuing at present, and will end at some point of time after now, like it is raining, he is doing his homework, he is taking his meal. Present progressive form is used to express temporary happening within a specified duration of time, like my father is teaching history in this school. He works to his office every day, but today he is going by a car. He gets up at 8 a.m. every day, but now he is getting up at 6 every morning for the examination. Present progressive form is used to express an action that may not be happening at the time of speaking, but the work is continuing over that time. For example, I am writing a story, he is constructing a building. Don't take this book, my brother is reading it. Excuse me, is anybody standing there? Present progressive form is also used to talk about changing condition, like price of petrol is going up every day, his condition is developing day by day, etc. Present progressive form is also used to talk about something that is unpleasant, causing feelings of anger, irritation, vexation, etc. And use adverbs such as always, forever, constantly, etc. He is always losing his notebook. My car is always giving me trouble. The monkey is always getting into the house. He is always biting his nails. It seems that Sita is crying forever. He is constantly making mistakes. There are certain exceptions where the present continuous form is not used. Instead, the simple present tense is used. For example, what makes you laugh? He believes in God. Why don't you go home? I think he is honest. This book costs 100 rupees. He depends on me. This slab weighs 20 kg. The committee consists of 20 members. The book belongs to the second safe. We weep at the death of our near and dear ones. I love and respect my father. He talks like a king. He owns a bus. There are certain non-progressive verbs which do not take the ing form to express the continuity of action. These verbs tell about our feelings, emotions, opinions, relations, or about permanent state. The verbs are called as stative verbs. The verbs of position like have, own, possess, belong to, contain, consist, etc. The verbs expressing liking or disliking, like, dislike, love, hate, prefer, admire, want, etc. Verbs expressing sense of perception like see, hear, smell, taste, feel, etc. Verbs expressing mental activity like hope, forget, remember, etc. Verbs expressing thinking like think, believe, know, mind, understand, etc. Verbs expressing appearance like appear, seem, look, like, resemble, etc. Similarly, other verbs like depend, weigh, cost, measure, sound, etc. do not take the continuous form or progressive form. For example, we don't say I am seeing, instead, we say I see. The next form or the third form of present tense is the present perfect tense form. The structure of present perfect tense is subject plus have verb like have or has plus past participle of the verb or the third form of the verb. For example, I have eaten, we have eaten, you have eaten, he has eaten, they have eaten, Hari has eaten, the children have eaten. In case the subject is third person singular number, then has is to be used. In other cases, have is to be used. I have not eaten, we have not eaten, you have not eaten, he has not eaten, they have not eaten. Have I eaten? Have we eaten? Have you eaten? Has he eaten? Have they eaten? Etc. We use present perfect tense to express that the action began in the past and continued for a period of time until it is completed recently or continued up to now. The result of action can be seen now. The present perfect form is used to express about an action of past having present relevance. For example, I have written the answer to this question. The answer is still with me, you can see it. I pressed my shirt with iron. I have lost my book. It means that I lost my book. I no more look for it now. It is not with me now. It is not acceptable to say that I have lost my pen yesterday. We use present perfect tense to express the fact that an action started in the past and continuing till now and likely to go on in future. We have lived in Cuttack for 5 years. I have waited for the train since 8 am. I have waited for the child since 7 am. Hari has gone to Bhubaneswar. It means that Hari has left this place for Bhubaneswar. He may be on the way to Bhubaneswar or in Bhubaneswar, but he has not returned. If we say that Hari has been to Bhubaneswar, it means that he went to Bhubaneswar. He is no more there. He has already returned from Bhubaneswar. If I say that Hari has been in Bhubaneswar since 1980, it means that Hari stayed in Bhubaneswar since 1980 and he is still living over there. Note that been to means visited, been in means stayed in. We use present perfect tense for poets or writers who are alive while saying Dr. Pratibha Rai has written many novels in Odia, but we say that Kavivar Radhanath Rai wrote many poems in Odia because Radhanath Rai is dead. We use present perfect form of verb to talk about an action which has just ended, like where have you been so long, Hari? It means that Hari has already returned and he is near the person who is speaking. When I say that I have been to the market, that means that I went to the market. I have already returned. Similarly, I have swept the room clean already. This means that the action has just ended. We use present perfect tense in newspaper headlines, in letters, in radio or TV reports, etc. For example, dacoits have looted the shop. BBC has announced the occurrence of a cyclone in next 40 hours. 80 people have died in the plane crash, etc. We use present perfect for expressions like for the first time, for the second time, for the last time only, and for adjectives in the superlative degree. For example, it is the first time that Hari has been to Kolkata. He is the only girl who has passed the examination. Manu is the most intelligent boy I have ever seen, etc. Adverbs like just, ever, never, lately, recently, already, yet, often, etc. usually take the present perfect form. For example, the train has just arrived. Mohan has never told a lie. Have I ever irritated you? Hari has left for Cuttack recently. The bell has already rung. The teacher has not come yet. Muna has often cheated me, etc. We usually use this morning, this afternoon, this week, this month, this year, today, etc. to show that the period of time of action is not complete at the time we are speaking about, like this morning, this week, etc. I have written 3 essays this morning. I have rung him off 5 times this afternoon. Gita has not eaten anything today, etc. Now we'll discuss the present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive form. The structure is subject plus have been or has been plus ing form of the verb. Has been is used for third person singular number only. For example, I have been going, we have been going, I have not been going, we have not been going, have I been going, have we been going, haven't I been going, haven't we been going, you have been going, you have not been going. Have you been going? Haven't you been going? Similarly, he has been going. They have been going. He hasn't been going. They haven't been going. Has he been going? Have they been going? Hasn't he been going? Haven't they been going? Etc. We use present progressive tense to say how long something has been happening. The action or the state began in the past and it is continuing till now or had just stopped. It is incomplete. For example, I have been waiting for the train since 4 am. It has been raining for 6 hours. He has been living in Bhubaneswar since 1970. It has been raining since morning. I have been teaching in the school for 10 years. His hands are dirty. He has been working in the garden. There are pools of water in the field. It has been raining for 12 hours. I have been standing in the sun for 6 hours. I have been cleaning the room, but I haven't finished it yet. He has been sleeping for 6 hours. I have been painting the door. That means I have recently stopped painting. Gita has burnt her hand. She has been cooking, etc. This is all about the present tense.